Welcome, Demons and Dearies, to episode 19 of Dion Rising. Hey guys, good to see y'all. This right here is a Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition actual play campaign brought to you by the Knights of D20. These pretty people. As usual, before we begin jumping through mysterious portals and falling into acid swamps, we have a few announcements brought to you by a friend of mine who has been offered $20 million for a lock of his luscious hair on the black market. Bobby, please regale us with tales of intrigue and excitement.
As you can tell from my setup, I did not take the money, but I probably should have on it. So today, we have a lot of new followers that might not have been with us when we first announced a lot of our side projects that we're doing. So I really wanted to go over, instead of just saying what we're doing on our side projects, I kind of just wanted to talk about the side projects in general. And if there's something interesting there for you, you can hop on over and check them out. So Monday nights, as you can tell right now, we are here for Dion Rising. This is our main flagship. This is where we are doing all of our fun shit. Essentially, we're a bunch of friends. We show up, we play Dungeons and Dragons, and we do silly voices for you and your entertainment. On Tuesdays, I host the Intelligence Mod Pod. So what that is, it is a podcast dedicated to teaching people how D&D works, because I know for a lot of new players, it can be a little intimidating to kind of walk in with these massive rule books. Now we have 2 rule books, depending on what time period your people and your group are playing in. So we're kind of going over all of those right now. We're in the midst of talking about classes. So already up, we have Barbarian and Bards, and tomorrow we're going to be getting Paladins up. So if you are new to D&D and you are looking for a resource to learn how to play, we do everything we can over there. We treat it much more conversationally, not as much lecture-y, to make it a little bit easier to just get into it. And if you have any questions, you can head over to our Discord and throw those questions in there. On Wednesdays, Melanie and myself, Melanie's not here, but I'm sure if she was, she would be waving at you right now. We host what we call Tea Time. This is a time where either myself or Melanie will sit down with another one of the players and we spill the tea on anything and everything going on in the campaign right now. It gives you a little bit more of an insight into us as players, how we see our characters, and how our characters are kind of feeling in ways that we didn't get to show on the stream. Aside from that, we also talk about just about anything that comes up. I think we've talked about skincare, we've talked about cosplay. Realistically, it's just a way for us to kind of hang out with you, get a little bit of conversation going, and if you have any questions for us, you can throw them in there, and we'll let you know exactly what we think about anything that you ask. On Fridays, however, things do get a little bit spicier because we do have our very specific Fantasies book club. Now, what that is a collection of us get together and we read some naughty, smutty fantasy novels. So if you're into that kind of thing, you can head over there. Usually that's every other Friday. December's a little wonky though, but we do have the explanation for that in our last video, so go ahead and check that out. And read along with us. Read some smutty books and see if we liked them or if we didn't, and what we did like and what didn't like about them. Also on Fridays, we do have the triumphant return of the Casting Friendships podcast. Now, that is going to be hosted by Kara and Melanie, also known as Caramel. Now, this is kind of the other side of the coin to Int Mod Pod, where on the Mod Pod, we teach you about the mechanics of D&D. Casting Friendship is a lot more about everything not including the mechanics of D&D. This is the trauma bonding that happens in D&D. This is, things we do with our D&D friends outside of D&D, such as Renfest and cosplays and conventions and whatnot. This is a lot more just, as D&D people, these are the kind of things we like and we want to talk about them. So we do. They do a great job over there. I think they have 5 episodes out right now, so if you haven't caught up with that, you really should, because they are a bundle of joy. And again, I do want to bring up our Discord one more time. We do have that in our links below. Now, here we share memes, we talk about news about the shows, we have pictures of our pets going up all over the place. We also have one-of-a-kind soundtracks for each of our characters compiled on Spotify. If you want to get a little glimpse into our character's soul, into what kind of music moves them, Kara did put those together for us. And again, all of those are going to be found down below in our About section. There is a very strategically named spot called All of Our Links that does, in fact, have all of our links. So that's pretty much everything we have going on right now. So I am going to send it right on back to our dungeon mother and get this game going.
You, Bobby. Appreciate you always. And thank you all again for joining us as we embark on an epic adventure in the world of Dion, where heroes rise, dangers abound, and legends are born. Players, dice at the ready. All right. We're jumping right back into the action tonight. In episode 19, Dane's giant time. Good grief. The group had just jumped through a mysterious portal after being accosted by a platoon of Bone Devils and U-Union cultists. Their savior, who opened the portal, turned out to be the Devil Lord Sulvok, who offered them an official alliance in the war he plans to wage against fellow devil Vraxorus, who is working with Emperor Orin and is wreaking havoc elsewhere in an attempt to open warfare with the gods of Dion. Choosing the apparent lesser evil, perhaps, the group decided to ally themselves with Sulvok in order to prevent Vraxorus from opening an abyssal gate in Killian's home country, Cordia. To solidify their alliance, though, the group agreed to retrieve the Chains of Dominion from the Obsidian Vault, deep in the acid swampland of Minauros, in the Nine Hells. Using a map provided by Sulvok, the group decided to use the existing waypoint system to move through the swamp faster. But they did run into some swamp demons as they tried to activate the waypoint. They've just managed to solve the key riddle on the waypoint, and they're currently working on getting to that waypoint so they can, quote-unquote, touch and go. Alright, we're going to get right back into this battle map. Okay, so we were at the top of the order. It was Zada's turn. Right now, Killian is sitting in a lake of acid swamp, swamp acid.
Yay.
And the rest of you are all over the map. The waypoint is right down by Zada, and it has just been lit up because you all just activated all of the various infernal runes around the terrain. So this sort of upside-down pentagram over by Zada is all lit up, and it's like at the top of this like cut-off tree trunk, very dead tree trunk. What you gonna do, Zada?
Let's see. What am I going to do?
So is this like the first time that we want Zada to just jump in head first and he's not gonna do it?
Killian's in the water. He's kinda hurt. Yeah, you guys still got like two devils there. So let's see. We'll just use. It's gonna. You said you take like 6 damage per 10 feet, right? Or
Yep.
1d6
You take
damage?
a d6. Yeah, 1d6 of damage is what.
That's a lot of damage. We will just do bonus action, or we will do movement, dash, bonus action, step of the wind. So we can just move again. 160 feet. Let's go. See if I can get to Killian.
Okay.
So yeah, it's 150 feet.
Yeah, that's about what I'm looking at too. Measuring.
Oops, I think I moved the rune. I'm sorry.
And you went like around, right? That's what I was measuring.
Yeah, I went in a giant circle.
Yep.
So I'm just there. I get there, and then I'll just kind of like see how I can help Killian. Yeah, that's it. Because I can't do anything else.
Yep. Okay. Killian, that's you up next. Down in the acid, there's a swamp demon holding you. What you gonna do?
Killian was not thrilled about being tackled into a lake of acid water by this swamp demon.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Killian is going to take out his blade that he has, and he's going to stab the shit out of this thing because he is not happy currently. A lot of things have been pissing him off lately, and he's going stabby stabby, like all his life depends on it.
All right.
So first attack, 19 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. So that's going to be that's some big old damage. 12, just regular. Well, it's slashing damage, but it is from a magic weapon.
Okay.
And because my weapon has the Vex weapon property, I get advantage on my next attack against this creature, which is
Yes, you do.
currently what I'm about to do. Attacking him again. All right, and that's going to be 25 to hit. And I'm going to go ahead and just pump a big old Divine Smite into this creature at second level. I'll say
Okay,
that.
go for it.
Does this creature count as a fiend?
It sure does.
Yay! Extra d8s. All right, so for the slashing damage, it's going to be 10 slashing damage, and then the Divine Smites, 7, 12, and 16 radiant damage.
How do you want to do this?
Killian has this thing, and he's just taking his blade, just stabbing the crap out of it, and you see like the blade flashing as he just stabs into this thing, and he's just yelling, "Tackle me into acid, will you?"
All right, that's terrifying.
And
Anything
then
else for me?
he's going to use the body as a little stepping stone and just gonna pull himself out of the water.
You can easily do so. That's awesome.
And then I'm gonna
Okay.
shake myself off like Zada would.
Like a cat. Like a cat.
Yeah.
Because he's a
Not a
cat.
cat. Not a cat.
Not a cat.
Not a cat.
cat.
We need it when we have t-shirts and merch. We're going to have a Zada t-shirt that says not a cat.
Not a cat.
Yeah,
Not
absolutely.
a cat.
Okay, Eidos, you're up next.
It's my timing to do things. All right. So is the only guy we have left in this northwest corner here?
You've got one in the far northwest corner, and then one... Well, no, I guess that one by Killian's dead. Yeah. So yeah, the one up there.
Oh yeah, that guy's super dead. Let's see.
Oh yeah, he gone.
5 feet. We'll double check that.
I'll ping. You can... If you need to know like where land ends and water begins, I can ping for you.
Yeah, can you give me... Actually, no, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm going to step slightly over here. Bing. Bong. And then I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb on that guy from very far away.
Sure, go for it.
18.
That hits.
All right, and that's first level. Boop-a-doop-a-doop-doop. 13.
What kind of damage?
That would be thunder damage.
Cool.
And you said this pentagram is glowing?
It sure is.
Yeah, he's going to look back at it and nervous that more of these little slimy boys are going to come. He's going to step onto it just to see what happens if we can end this fight or something.
You hear a, You don't speak Infernal, do you?
I don't, no.
Okay, you hear an Infernal voice. Almost, it... Roll perception.
Can do, will do. That is a 10.
Yeah, you hear an infernal voice speaking, and with that 10, it takes a minute, but it sounds like it's like repeating sort of a phrase. Like you hear the same sounds, words, quote unquote words, kind of repeating back like on a loop.
Yeah, Ados will just kind of shrug and say, unknown? See if anything happens.
Nothing happens.
We need somebody who speaks Infernal over here. I can't understand what it's saying. It's speaking. And that'll be my turn.
Alrighty, it is the last demon's turn. It's gonna move in tight. I just saw Killian stab the heck out of its buddy, so it's gonna try and stab the heck out of you. $20 to hit with its barbed tail against Killian.
That will hit.
Yeah. It's just a dirty 20, though. Don't panic.
You don't have, let's just, a magical shield in your pocket somewhere?
I could get my AC up to 20, but that's still gonna hit me.
Okay, that is 8 piercing damage, plus another 5 necrotic damage.
All right.
And it is Chiffon's turn. Let me see where she's hanging out. She's pretty far away. She's gonna keep her distance and just take another throw with her dart, I think. And she misses because she can't hit these things. She's freaked out. This place is ugly. She doesn't like it. She says, "Oh, merde," and then tries to run over by Ados. Okay. Next up, we've got Seraphina, played by John Paul.
That's me. So I believe that Melanie cast Comprehend Languages on herself or Glitterbell last session.
She did, and she could read it if she was touching it. So does it say, can she just comprehend spoken language?
It is spoken, yeah. She can't hear it from there, I imagine, though, right?
Right, yeah. Her and Killian and Zada are too far away to hear it. I would say, like,
Okay.
Marway, you can kind of hear, especially now that Ados yelled it out, you can kind of hear that there's sort of a different voice speaking over there, but it's hard to make out the words. Robin, you're a little bit far, too.
Okay. Having heard Ados cry for help, she will cast Misty Step and just bamp all the way over there. Well, actually, is that 30 feet?
30 feet.
30 feet? Okay, well then, she's gonna bamp over here. 10, 20, 30. I'm coming! And then she's going to keep walking. 10. It's her speed. 30.
30.
20. And 30. I think I'm out of running space here, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Is
probably
it-
all the movement she can do.
Is it
But
any
she
clear?
is. Yeah,
Hmm?
she is close enough to kind of hear what it's saying. It's speaking in a pretty loud voice.
Okay.
She can hear it. She does recognize Infernal since she has the languages spell on her. And it is saying, "Name the way, and the judge shall send you thus." Name the way, and the judge shall send you thus. It just keeps repeating that over and over.
Okay. Yeah, she's just gonna see if yelling out Obsidian Vault is going to do anything. It's probably
Okay.
imagine.
Yeah, she yells that out, and the light around you, like everything goes orangey white, and you are gone from her view.
That works.
But you're gone. But Seraphina assumes it worked.
Okay. Now we know.
Okay, Marway, you're up.
Oh, Well, that wasn't very good to watch someone just disappear themselves. Let's see. I have bless on 3 people, and I can't remember who it is. No, it's Killian, isn't it? And Zonta?
Probably Bula, I'd imagine.
I think it was me.
Uh-huh.
Excellent. So I'm just going to move my little tail up to here. And from there, I still don't think I'm necessarily in the range. Oh, actually, I am. I need for him to make for me a intelligence saving throw, please.
The devil?
Yes.
The one that's up by Killian?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It was almost a 1, but it was a 19.
Well, poo-poo. That means nothing happens. But Ethan is going to move up into a better position.
Okay.
And sadly, that will be all I can do.
Okie dokie. Back to the top, Zada.
You're muted, Royal.
God,
Sorry,
he
my
was
dog.
considering.
Yeah, just considering. I'm just gonna move 15 feet, get over to the monster, squeeze by Killian, and give it a good old punch.
Go for it.
This will be thunder damage. But I don't think that's gonna hit. That's a 12 to hit.
Mm-mm. Nope.
Bonus action.
Your bless.
Oh yeah, that's right. I do have that. So hold on, maybe I'll roll a hit. Does a 13 hit?
Nope.
Oh, all right. Got a 1. All right, that's a 25 to hit.
That'll do.
That'll hit. You know what? Give me bless. Let's see what bless is gonna get on top of that. That's a 29 to hit. So you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that hits.
So that is 5 points of thunder damage.
Okay.
You know what? Give me a strength saving throw. I'm gonna push it 10 feet.
Sure. That is a 21.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
It plants its hooves. It's much less cute than Marway's hooves down into the flanks. It's not going nowhere.
Right?
That it, Zada?
Yep, that's it.
Alright, Killian.
Did Robin go last round?
Nope.
Oh, did I skip you? Oh, my sincerest apologies. Well, Robin, what do you want to do before we'll do you, Killian, and you again?
Yeah, see, that's the thing, though. I don't know, so I was okay with it. Okay.
It's like I'm just sitting here.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. This is fine.
You're supposed to be right after Killian. That's my bad.
Yeah, that's okay. So she's gonna go. Jade running. So okay, so there's not a ton that she can do. She also can't go very far. She's just gonna start heading over to the who's it?
The waypoint.
The special elevator.
Elevator.
The
Elevator!
elevator.
Yeah, yeah.
Elevator. Nice.
Thank you.
Okay.
I hate it.
Okay, so I guess I'm just gonna dash. Because there's not really anywhere I can go or do or... She almost makes it.
Okay. Okay. Killian, and then we'll go back to Bula's actual turn in order.
All right. Killian's gonna go a stabbing. All right, so first attack. 17 plus 7, whatever that is.
Yeah, that's fine. That's enough.
And that first attack, 7 slashing damage. And
Okay.
then second attack, once again, I get advantage because of the Vex Property.
Mhm.
That's 25 to hit.
Cool.
And on this one, I'll use a first level Divine Smite. So I still get 3d8 out of it, because it's a fiend. Oh, damn, that is high. 14, 21 radiant damage.
Oh, yeah. How do you want to
Spicy.
do that? Good grief.
Yeah, I just want to, like, the first slash across his chest, and then the second one kind of cuts across its chest and leaves, like, just a, like, smoldering, like, solder of, like, radiant damage across its chest, and I would like it to just fall into the acid water.
It's super effective. Yeah, it does. Also, we're very dead. All right, and we are out of combat order, and you can all kind of make your way over to the elevator.
To the elevator.
Who the hell?
The elevator.
I'll make you move your pieces. I'll assume you all go to the elevator.
Yeah, Seraphina
yeah.
over
So you notice that Eidos is nowhere to be seen. Seraphina would have seen it. Chiffon would have seen him disappear. Marway would have seen him disappear. I don't know how much the rest of you were watching.
Yes.
Where's Eidos? Where'd he go?
Seraphina says, well, seems like you just stand here and say the name of the place you want to go, and you disappear, hopefully to that place.
Yeah, and Killian, you can hear that voice just droning from the tree trunk from this sort of waypoint over and over again.
Name the way and the judge shall send you there. Seems pretty self-explanatory.
Sure hope so.
Who's the judge, though? That's the question. Who is the judge?
I don't know, we haven't been questioning too many things while we've been down in hell, so...
I'm not from around
Oh.
here.
If we randomly say the Hanging City, it'll just take us there.
God.
You do know on the map you were looking at, there were specific waypoints, and there was one near the Obsidian Vault. And you don't have, like, a detailed map of the Chain City. You have a pretty detailed map of the swamp itself.
Well, I suppose we're hoping that Eidos was sent to... Who's got the map? Where is that map?
Well, wherever he went, we should probably go there and make sure that he's not being eaten alive.
Where did you send
I'm
him?
sure he can handle himself. He's the big boy.
I don't think so, actually. He's not as tough as he seems. Not that he seems very tough. Yeah, I sent him to the Obsidian Vault.
Is anybody standing on top of the
Oh yeah,
waypoint when he says that?
yeah.
So
We're all-
if
we
Anybody
all are.
standing on top of the waypoint as soon as he says Obsidian Vault, light surrounds you and you're gone. I like to think Chiffon was not standing on it, and she's like, shite. She climbs up.
And there goes
Obsidian Vault?
Zada. Well, I guess there's no point in just standing around here. Kaelin will step up onto the waypoint.
Yeah, Chiffon will step up to it. Does everybody else just step up? There's enough room. Alright,
That's all
and
I
you
was
say
going.
the words, and
The
The light.
Obsidian Vault?
blows up around you. You have this horrible stench of sulfur and sort of the ting of magic as you disappear and reappear, standing atop another waypoint. This one is sort of carved into, it's the same sigil, but it's carved into a large slab of dark stone. And you find yourself in a different section of the swamp. You look around, it's a bit drier comparatively. though you're on a bit of an incline, the land is a bit of a hill here, and you can see, like, kind of through the tree line, you see just this, like, plume of dark sort of smoke rising as if from a chimney of some sort. Sort of coming from downhill.
Is Ados here?
Yeah.
Yeah. What have you been doing while you've been waiting? It's only been a couple minutes.
He'll be leaning up against this tree trunk, picking at his nails. He'll say, "What took you all so long?"
You know, killing demons.
Yeah, I know. I was there. It was 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
So, from what we could see, it's just a plume of dark smoke, but we can't see where it's coming from or anything.
Yeah, it's pretty close though. It looks like the trees, like as they go downhill, they start to like disperse a little bit, and as if the like forest sort of is coming to an end. You're sort of on the edge of a swampy woodland.
I can go scout it out real quick. I can be there in no time at all and be back. Or we can just all go. It's up to you.
Maybe we should travel together in case we have another nasty surprise.
Sure.
Yeah, probably best to stick together down in these hells.
Okay. Do you go toward the swamp or toward the smoke?
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Yeah, you start to make your way downhill, and it only takes a couple minutes of walking before you come to a point where the trees are thin enough, and you can kind of see through the foliage. And you're still like in the shadow, but you do see the land comes to an end at this very, very green, very smoking, almost like steaming lake, a rather large green lake. Of like pretty clear swamp water like you've been looking at this whole time. This is just a larger body of it. And you see further out in the lake, it appears there's like some sort of land bridge, just a single strip of land leading to the center of the lake to like this island rising up out of the water. Very small island, and you can see that there is a large dark obsidian building with a like maroon red slate roof. And it has, from what you can see, you're facing sort of the front of it, and you can see just one large door. No windows or anything, and it's a pretty tall building. Like maybe like 3 stories tall. Just standing on this lone island in the middle of a lake.
I think stealth is out of the option on this one, guys.
Not much to hide behind, that's for sure.
Shall we say hi?
Sure. Last time we challenged demons, it went fine. This will be fine.
Alright, you gonna just approach across the land bridge?
Can I just say I feel god-awful after taking a bath in acid water?
Yeah, Seraphina says, or not Seraphina, sorry, Chiffon says, I also am not feeling so very well. Perhaps while we are in cover, we have a quick rest, or perhaps a longer rest?
Yeah, if we want to take a short rest, I can,
Well,
Might not,
scout
it
out.
might
I'm
not.
pretty. Go
What
ahead.
was that, Ados? What were you saying?
So I'm pretty tired. Maybe a longer rest would be nice.
You want to camp out in hell?
I don't want to die in hell today. And
Alright.
Maybe
we're all
tomorrow,
a little
not
beat up.
today.
It might not be a bad idea to just kind of scout out the area, see if there's any type of god that comes in and out of the building, anything like that. There is a apparent enemy general or of some sorts that Sulvok was worried about in there.
Yeah, probably gonna have to punch him to get to that chain.
Well, I'd rather be feeling 100% before I go up against something like that.
Sure. I'll just go see if I can scout as well as I can. I hope nature's rules still apply here. Maybe I could find us somewhere we could hunker down for the night.
Are there any, like, I guess outside of the large expanse of the lake, any like wooded areas, anything quite like that, or is it kind of
The
just
lake
open?
Yeah, the lake is surrounded by, I say woodland, it's like swampy wood, like very much like Florida Everglades. Large, some dead, some maybe some form of alive. Very hellish vegetation surrounds this lake. And it goes up pretty close to, like, the woodland and the shrubbery, if you could call it that, goes up pretty close to the water. So you could feasibly, like, walk around the lake pretty easily without being spotted, like, within the woods. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just go. I'll go look around. Morrow, you want to help? Try to find
Of
somewhere
course.
dry that we could sleep for the night.
Do you want me to do that, or do you want to help you sneak? If you carry me, I can keep eyes from seeing you.
Okay, I mean, no problem carrying you. And we'll just try to find somewhere to bed down for the night.
So I'm gonna climb onto Zada's back, and then my staff, I'll like raise it up, and you see the crescent moon at the end of it kind of turns shadowy as we kind of cloak ourselves with Pass Without Trace.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Guess we're gonna go scout finding a spot to sleep.
Yeah, so Zada, go ahead and roll for stealth as well, if you're being stealthy. Sounds like you are. And
Before we
also
do that, I
roll...
think Bula had something to say.
Go on.
Bula just doesn't love Marway going off in hell with Zada, who likes to find trouble. Always.
She's nervous.
She does not like it, and then Pass Without a Trace, and she like can't see them very well, and she's like, I don't love this.
Oh god, that's a natural run for stealth. So that's
Oh, never mind. She
Yeah.
can
Right.
see them just fine. She knows exactly where they are.
I mean, with stealth and everything, that's still
Like an 11.
18, but it
Okay.
is a natural one.
It is a nat 1. Okay, I'll take that into account. Go ahead and roll a survival to see how you do scouting out what appears to be a safe place to sleep.
I rolled a 2.
Ooh, look at Bobby.
Yeah.
I
2
rolled a
success
2.
and a nat 20 for Marway.
Yes.
All
We're
right,
seeing
well-
some pretty decent places, I surely hope.
Yeah, unfortunately, Zada is being so loud. You are not very sneaky. At one point, you basically jump out of your skin as you notice like movement sort of out on the lakeside as you're like kind of walking along the wood line, trying to stay stealthy. But you realize it's like a massive snake slithering up out of the water toward the vault onto the island in the middle. And it slithers up toward the vault. You're both watching it. And as it gets close, you can see from this vantage point, the rest of the group is probably a little bit too far, but you've come to a place where you're a little bit closer, like shoreline-wise. And this chain drops down from on the side of the vault and lashes itself and cuts the head of the snake clean off as it gets close. And then the chain whips back up and sort of like cements itself back to the side of the building.
Look, that's some natural defenses.
Oh my god.
Do you think I could get that and use that?
I don't
If it
know,
doesn't
but
chop
it's
your
a
head
very
off
good
first.
defense.
Yeah, but with Marway's nat 20 on looking for a place to sleep, you know, you guys notice that. You take very good note of it. Make sure to tell the group. And you do find you go uphill just a little ways where you have a pretty good vantage point of the building, but you feel very like secure and hidden. It's very dry. It's sort of uphill from the lake a little bit. You find like a nice little like grove in the trees where you find some softer ground. And you find that this is probably the best spot for you to camp Marway. Being quite familiar with camping in unpleasant places.
Unfamiliar areas.
Yes.
Right,
And you walk a couple
well,
minutes into your groups.
head back and get everybody to the wonderful, great place.
Alrighty. Yeah, and you all why don't you tell me who's taking watch for... We'll need 4 watches if you're trying to do a long rest.
Bula can take the first one.
Monterey will go first with Bula.
Eidos will go second.
Killian wants to go last because he needs some sleep.
All right, then I'll go third.
Chiffon's not even going to offer.
Of course
She's pretty
not.
messed
I
up.
don't think anyone expected her to.
Hello,
I don't
Princess.
think anybody
could
wanted her
be
to.
there. Actually, we also need to remember her real name now. Her new chosen name. It's not Chiffona anymore.
I'm sorry, you're right. It's Kittenberry.
Kittenberry.
I'm assuming Seraphine is just gonna sleep, get her beauty sleep the entire
Oh, yeah,
time.
she's already gone. She's already making her little cot.
I imagine
Prestidigitation.
whoever goes to wake her up, she's got like one of those eye caps on that says, "Don't wake me."
Yes. Okay. Bula and Marway, you guys take the first watch as everybody else beds down. Go ahead and both of you roll for perception.
Meh. 13.
Monterey got a 9, but Eden got a 12.
Pretty good. Okay, yeah, your watch passes fairly uneventfully. There doesn't seem to be a whole lot of living stuff, at least in your general vicinity while you're watching. Okay. Anything you would like to be doing or talking about while you have your watch, or are you going to go wake up Eidos?
Bula, is this your first time traveling to another plane?
I mean, as far as I know,
What do you think of it? Isn't it exciting?
it's squishy. Are all other planes this squishy and stinky?
Not really. I mean, that's kind of what I thought about the material plane when I first came here. I ended up in a swamp very similar to this one.
Yeah. I mean, our swamps are stinky, but they're like regular swamp stinky, not like rotten egg and molded goat cheese stinky.
Well, a lot of the smell is very relative. You see, I came from somewhere that was nothing but flower smell. So even yours was a very aggressive smell when I first came here. Or there.
Flower smell can be aggressive. It makes me sneeze aggressively.
Not these ones. These ones make you happy. Do you think that what we're doing is the right thing?
I think that that is yet to be seen.
I think
I don't-
so too. I don't know, but I certainly hope so.
I don't know that there's always an exact right and an exact wrong.
Precisely. I know Killian's not quite too fond of it yet, but he also believes in absolutes. So,
There's not a lot of absolutes that you can really hang your hat on in this world.
there was one, but it's not there anymore. So, are you ready to get to some sleep now?
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea for all of us. Let's go see if we
Who are we
can.
poking? Who's second?
Eidos.
Eidos.
Number.
Yeah.
Maroe's just gonna walk up to where Eidos is sleeping, and he's just gonna like poke him on the forehead, like, "Good
Oh.
morning.
Oh, it's the middle of the night. What are you doing? Oh,
It's time
it's
for your watch."
Oh, I did say I would do that, didn't I? Alright, I'm up. And Eidos indeed gets up.
Go ahead and roll your perception for your watch.
16.
Alright. Yeah, you also spend the next couple hours sort of leaning against trees and walking the perimeter a little bit, exploring a bit. But yeah, just like the two before you, there doesn't seem to be much many signs of life that you notice. Maybe some distant noises of growling, some shrieking, hell's stuff.
Hell stuff, yeah.
Nothing that sounds particularly close.
Eidos for sure jumps every time he hears one. Oh.
Otherwise, everything passes pretty uneventfully for you.
Okay. Wake up, Zada. Zada.
Yeah.
I'll kick you in the foot after you say yeah. It's your turn.
I'm gonna trip him.
They're just gonna sweep me?
Yeah. I'm gonna
Okay.
sweep you. Oh, that's a 19, so that's a 27.
27? Oh.
27.
My dice don't go that high, so I fall. So what the hell, Zada? Why'd you do that?
Just helping you get to bed sooner.
Ugh. I'll grab some moss and throw it in your face. Can brush myself off and go back to my cot pouty.
Alrighty, Zada, roll your perception for your watch.
Alright, let's try this other dice. Oh, cool. That's a 7 and a 7, so it's 14.
Okay. You having seen that horrible chain snake beheading happen, keep a little bit of a closer eye on the building than maybe the others would have. And most of the watch passes uneventfully. Eventually, you realize there's some I don't know, bat-like flying creatures that are sort of flitting around the lake, flitting down toward the water and then back up. You kind of watch them for a while. They're kind of fun to watch until you see one get a little bit too close to the building, and once again you see this chain whip out and swat it. Almost too fast to see, but you're a fast cat, so you caught it.
Right, so it's basically anything. Got it. Good. Excellent. So not a sea approach. That's out of the question. Got it. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Otherwise, everything passes easily.
Okay. So wake up, Killian. I'm gonna get super, super close to him, and get a little bit of my water and just start dripping it on his forehead. Just see his reaction.
Just Killian's eyes just open, and the water's still just pouring on his head. Just very unamused with the whole situation. But he's just going to kind of sit up straight, not really address it too much, Zada. I know you're trying to goad him a little bit, but Killian was stand up. So my time for watch, is it?
Yeah.
See anything interesting while you were checking out the vault there?
Yes, that chain killed some bat creatures. That was fun.
Just swatted them out of the air?
Oh yeah, real fast, and it killed it.
So, any ideas on how we should approach this thing? It seems to attack anything that comes near it.
Especially if it comes from the water, yeah. I would say if we go straight, I think we might be fine if we approach the gate. But as long as we don't go on the sides from the water where it seems to whip at everything, I think we should be okay.
You think, huh? Okay. Reassuring, very reassuring. Always nice to have a plan, I suppose.
Hey, I don't know a lot of magic stuff, sir, but I do know I'm fast. And if you want me to get in there,
says the lion that has lightning around them and fire and ice. I don't know magic.
That's not magic. That's the elements. Completely different.
Sure, and I've seen Eidos throw around the elements as well. I guess that's not magic.
Oh no, he does magic. Mine is completely different. I just accept the elements from what they are, and I channel them through my body. When I ask for them, they come.
Almost like magic. All right, you go to sleep now.
Says the person who can make their blade just glow for no apparent reason.
I didn't say I didn't use magic.
I don't use magic.
I don't need a wink, wink.
Technically, I do cast spells, so I kind of use magic, but that's through my god. I'm kind of like a proxy for magic, I guess, if you want to say anything else, but I don't know exactly how it works.
Well, in that, I'm with you, Zada. I'm not quite sure how all of this works either.
Yeah, I just ask my god for power, and then they give it to me. I ask the elements for power, and they give it to me.
It's the elements. It's simple.
It's the elements.
Alright, well,
All
I'll
right.
keep an eye out and you get some rest.
Yeah, I'll try.
All right, Killian, roll that perception.
Oh,
Yeah.
yikes.
Let's get these ones in.
Killian's gonna be very lost in his thoughts with everything that's happened over the last few days / weeks, in his life specifically, and he's just kind of sitting down, knees kind of tucked up to his chest, just kind of staring out at the vault building, but just absent-minded, not even focusing on it, just looking through it almost.
All right. Yeah, you're not paying attention, so if anything happened, you wouldn't have even really registered it. But time does pass. You don't seem to be dead when a couple of hours passes. And the sun, I say sun begins to rise. The sun does not begin to rise. Your companions start to sort of naturally wake up. One by one.
Yeah, as Killian hears everyone start kind of shuffling awake, he'll snap out of it a little bit and get himself ready for the day.
Okay. Alrighty, anybody want to... Yeah, go ahead and hit that long rest button. Much needed. Well needed, it's been a minute. Okay, and is there anything, make sure you change your spell slots for a long rest if you want to, or change your spells.
Oh yeah, let's see.
If you feel the need. Ula, you wake up, you roll over and kind of realize, usually Marway's up before you, but you actually wake up first this morning. If you can call your house and you realize...
What did I realize?
Sorry,
Always
Always
during pivotal
It's
moments.
always
Right, it's so good. Just wait.
Marway's...
So-
He's not sleeping soundly. Marway, can you describe what you look like?
Marway right now is clutching like long nails into Sir Lavender, as he is almost in an aggressive fetal position. Probably one of the most aggressive nightmares she's seen yet.
Okay. So she watches him for a minute and she kind of tries to decide if waking him up would be bad or good. And then as she sees him like just really start to tremor or whatever, she'll reach over and just lay a hand like on his shoulder. So one of her big bear paws. She's just gonna lay on his shoulder to kind of give him a little bit of pressure and a little bit of like warmth.
The moment Bula's hand touches him, he shoots awake, tears streaming down his face, and he just looks to Bula. And you saved me again. I knew you would. I think I lied to you last night.
About what?
I told you that there was only one absolute in this world. and that she's gone. I was talking about my mother, but it would seem that I have another one now. And he's gonna, like, crawl up and just hug onto her.
And she's just gonna hold him.
It's a very cute moment. The rest of you try to be respectful. Okay. Yeah, you all prepare yourselves for the day. If that's what you can call it. Time passes in the Hells quite differently. It passes. You can almost feel yourself aging. That's the closest thing I can describe to how you feel time passing. There's not a sun in the sky. There's an ever-present sort of just glow of, in this case, like very green energy all around you. It's hard to even like get your bearings when you're initially waking up because there's no sun or stars or anything to sort of place you in space. But you all do eventually kind of come to your senses, shake off the really oppressive feeling of being in this layer of the Hells. And how would you like to...
slightly at home here.
Yeah. How would you guys like to approach your mission today?
We
Well-
just walk in the front door.
I mean, it's better than having our head slashed off by chains. I don't see what other option we have.
I
Well,
need
Definitely not the way
Yeah.
of the flaily chains.
No, certainly not.
Marway. I would hate to ask this of your friends, but would they be willing to cross that land bridge and see what happens?
Are you asking me to put my people in direct danger?
Seraphina clutches Glitterbell tight.
It was just an idea. I didn't.
He's just
Forget I
workshopping.
asked. Forget I asked.
You know, I got this. Don't worry.
Zada's
Ula just kind of
volunteered.
growls at
Yeah, I got
Billion.
this.
Of course, of course.
Ooh. Ooh.
Even if the chains do fly off, somehow Zato, I'm sure, will come out of it alive. And even more bolder than ever. So, have fun.
Oh, I plan to.
How long is this land bridge?
Maybe 200 feet.
I can
It's not like...
cross it in about 6 seconds.
Yeah, it's not a crazy long land bridge. And there's not a whole lot of, like, land around the vault itself. There's some land around the vault, it looks like. Just not a lot. It really is just island building.
Can we
And
see
as you get
from-
closer, and you all take a closer look at this building, especially now that you're rested up and really focused on the goal, you can see that you get like right up in the tree line, you kind of crouch down, so you're still kind of out of sight, but you get as close as you can, and you see that there are these chains just like sort of crisscrossed on the surface of the building, the vertical surfaces of the building, the walls. And there's also these like sort of pillars embedded, almost like chimneys, and you see that those have the smoke coming out of them that you saw earlier. And there's one on each corner, one of these pillars. And now that you're looking closer, they're like black, and they have these like veins of red that are very glowing. And yeah, and then the chains just crisscross around the exterior of the building, including overlapping over the door. Just that front entrance door.
Mm.
Well,
And one of those pillars stands sort of bisecting the front doorway.
should I try to go down a chimney?
How do we get to the chimney without getting slashed?
Be really fast.
I'm not that fast.
Well, I can see if it works, or maybe we can be stealthy. I don't know. Everything else was kind of very apparent on what it was doing. I don't know if it has to detect us. It's a radius thing. Does it detect movement? I don't know. The only one way to find out is do it. So it's just gonna keep going forward.
Can we see if there's like a doorknob or door handle or something, or is it just like a solid with the chains?
You're a little too far to see, to tell. Something that's
Don't
small.
worry, I'll get closer and I'll find out, Bula.
I'm sure you will.
And you're just hoping
Okay.
you can make it there and back without any issue? That's the plan?
Yeah.
Alright, so I suggest everyone else go behind that tree over there in case anything comes out of the vault.
Okay. Zod, are you gonna start creeping across the land bridge?
Yeah.
Are you trying to stealth at all, or are you just gonna walk?
We'll try stealth. I'm not great at it. Actually, I'm
before he
pretty good at
goes,
it.
I'm going to put legacy resistance on him in case he has to make any saving throws.
Fair enough.
It'll be fine. Let's see. What does that last? Oh, okay. 10 minutes. It's a natural 1, so that's gonna be 8.
Wow.
Good Zada.
Okay. Yeah, you guys see him, like, it's almost like you kind of want to be mad at him, because it's almost like he's not even trying. No matter how hard he's trying. He, like, thinks he's being sneaky, but he's so, like, I'm not a cat, so I'm not gonna sneak like a cat. He's really just walking.
I'm trying to, like, blend in socially. That's how my stealth is, like a casual walk.
Yes. You're accidentally trying to be charismatic instead of stealthy. Yeah, and you cross this land bridge, and as you get closer, you start to really slow down, but you are able to, especially if you're brave enough to keep going, you're able to see each of the chains is roughly maybe 20 to 30 feet long. And that now that you're up closer, you can see that there is a pretty big door. I don't know, I would call it a handle, but it's really just this, like, large wheel that you can see is, like, attached to two, like, very long pivoting poles that latch down into position. So you can rotate them up out of these sort of sockets. And you also see that each of the chains is attached to one of the pillars. And you can see from this front of the building, you can see there are the two pillars on the end and the one right in the middle of the door. And each of the pillars is attached to 3 chains. And especially now that you're closer, roll a perception check, please.
There we go.
Well,
It's a 22.
I thought he would be dead for sure, but looks like he made it all the way there.
Yeah, and you creep a little bit closer, and you can see the pillars have this, like, weird, like, besides this, like, glowing red veining running through them, like, almost vertically, there's also this, like, spiral that at first looked like it was, like, almost like an architectural detail. But you realize that they are... they look an awful lot like eyes. The 3 at the front of the building all have turned to look at you. All these, like, these little individual red glowing eyeballs that spiral up, like a couple dozen for each pillar, just spiraling in all different directions. And they're looking around, but they always look back at you, but they're, like, just constantly kind of flitting around, these eyeballs embedded in these pillars. And this, like, glowing, with that 22, this, like, glowing, pulsating light is very much alive looking. And the pillars themselves, though very black and red and glowing with this infernal energy, you're realizing these are less architecture and more living something. Living construct, maybe.
And you said there's one of those pillars right in front of the door.
Yes, there's one, like, dead center.
All
And in
right.
fact, I'll go ahead and put you all on the map if you would like to see. We're not in combat yet
Bye.
necessarily. We haven't gotten close enough for combat yet, but I'll let you guys take a look at what you're seeing. Zada is creeped up slowly, and you seem to be still apparently far enough away that nothing is happening. But the eyes are certainly watching.
Can I take out one of Chiffon's darts and throw it at one of the eyes?
Oh, sure. She says, "Oh, this will be a challenge. You throw one, I throw one. We see who hits. Yes." And she hands you one of her darts.
I have the ones you gave me.
Oh, the gift ones. Okay, I thought you meant her darts. Okay,
No,
yeah,
no, no.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
I'm
the
there.
darts she gave you.
Yeah, I'll
Yep.
take out the secret dart.
Yeah,
I'll
cool.
throw it. You guys are just like, what is he doing? He just pulls out a dart.
He's really
throws it.
far away. I can't make out what he's doing.
Is he playing tavern games?
So that will be a 19 to hit.
Okay. Yeah, that hits. You hit direct bullseye one of the eyeballs. Luckily, there's a lot of them. So Chiffon rolls her eyes. She's not that impressed. She's like, well, he could have not hit it in any way. So it does hit one of the eyeballs, and the three chains attached to that pillar all flump, flump, flump down, kind of reaching right at you, but they're short enough that they miss. They can't quite reach you as long as you're still standing back on the land bridge.
That seems to work.
And then they kind of recoil back up against the building. And the dart is just stuck in its. You can see it moving as this eyeball looks around in a panic.
Well, that's fun.
I think he made it mad.
All right. I'll go back to the group, and say, all right, so those pillars are alive. They're creatures with a bunch of eyes in them. I managed to hurt it. If you stay far enough away, doesn't seem like it can hurt us? Maybe? I did throw it, and it tried to hit me, but I was far away, so...
Oh, well, if it's looking, then all we have to do is not be seen. That should be
Or
easy
kill it.
enough.
You just kill the one in the center, and we can get to the door.
Okay, how do you plan on killing a pillar? How many darts do you have?
They're alive, and you guys have ranged spells. I don't need to use all my darts. Seraphina
Yeah, I
has
guess.
that blast of energy that she can do.
She's so fond of, yes. Yeah, I suppose if it can't reach us, we could just do this all day until it dies.
Yeah, well, we can see if it does kill it. I mean, if anything else
Yeah.
comes up, deal with it as we come. But it's in front of the door. If we kill the one in front of the door, I think I can get to the door, open it, and then we can go in, and then we're fine. I just need to get rid of the one in front of the door. Or if we could blind it somehow. Oh, Bulla, you have radiant cleavage. Can you do that?
I don't know how I did it, okay?
Oh, okay.
Well,
Well,
I can cast darkness to make it so that we can't be seen and we could pass through. But I mean, we could
I
also
think that's-
just hit it with spells as well. If it draws something out, then that's one less thing inside to surprise us. Unless we
True.
want to sneak, and you don't seem to be very partial to sneaking.
So keep in mind, we would be kind of corralled on that land bridge, surrounded by
right.
likely the acid lake.
Don't forget there are giant demon snakes in the water, so maybe the darkness thing might be a good idea, just to get through.
I think
Can we
that's a
see
good
in the darkness, or can we just not see in the darkness?
That'll be difficult to see, but just keep going forward.
Alright, I'll just
One
have to
foot.
memorize the pattern. Killian, if you get one side, I can grab the other side, and then we just... Looks like it's a mechanism that we can just pull, or turn, or something, and then we can open the door, and then everybody else can get in.
Well, suppose that's a good plan as any.
It's either kill it, or blind it.
Let's blind it.
And get in.
What do you think, Marway?
Well, if it's a creature, it's probably not the best thing just to kill it just because it's here.
I agree. What about you, Bula? What do you think?
I mean, I'm with Marway on that one.
Yes, who knows?
There's no use slaughtering the whole farm when one chicken will do.
Yes,
Okay, I have a
who knows what might happen if we slaughter
Keep hitting
one
it.
of these things.
Yeah.
It could alarm things. It could set off some kind of chain reaction of some kind.
All right.
Chain reaction.
Ha!
Eh?
I get it now.
Alright, shall we?
Sounds good.
Okay. But with that, cliffhanger break. Let's take a 10-minute break time, my friends, before we get into it.
10 minutes.
You've got a plan, if you can call it that, to get into the vaults. So we're going to take a 10-minute break. As a reminder, we always run our 3 minutes of ads during the break, so thank you in advance for sticking around, doing the capitalism with us. We love you for it. Double thank you to our subscribers, our supporters, our followers, new followers. Welcome. Happy to have you. Enjoy all this weird stuff we do. It's silly. We will come back at 35 after the hour, so 9:35 Eastern, 8:35 Central Time.
Wow.
See you in a few. Welcome back, dude and dudettes. We are trying to break into the Obsidian Vault currently. Zada has sort of scouted ahead of the group and has taken in the views, the site of this building, which is adorned with these large, I don't know if alive is the word you'd use for these demonically infernal or devilishly infernal pillars that are on every corner of the building and bisecting the front door, which is latched shut with this large spinning mechanism. And each of the pillars has chains that they've witnessed whip out at various creatures that got too close. So you had just come up with a plan to try and, I think you said you wanted to sneak past it somehow?
Well,
Little
okay.
darkness, right?
Or are you gonna pew pew?
Ados is going to just point his staff and cast darkness. Wait, how tall are these pillars?
Like 25, 30 feet tall.
25, 30 feet tall? That is perfect. He's going to pick the exact middle point of that pillar and cast darkness. Oh no. Oh, that works. It's a 15-foot radius, and it casts it into darkness. Things can't see through it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna draw us a little circle. About there-ish. Okay. You all see the front disappear in a cone of night, or in a pillar of night. The rest of the building is still visible, and you see the other pillars are certainly watching you, the ones from the corners.
Now, maybe if we just kind of step to the side and then throw a dart at it and see where it tries to hit, we'll know for certain if it can see or not.
Thought it just runs to the thing like the plan was to go open at the thing.
You just
Okay.
kind of
I
go
was
out
trying
the
to
door
say,
in the
I was trying to save you. So.
That's fine.
Right,
Yeah.
I was about to use the magic our way out of things, but okay.
Don't worry, Marway. He's got
This
the
is fun.
elements.
Which is not magic, apparently.
Not magic.
Stefan says, use the element of surprise, perhaps?
Ah.
You go running up into the darkness.
Killian's gonna wait. He's just gonna like listen. It's like, do I hear any death and dismemberment?
Monterey actively is just like, just anticipating the excitement of a well done.
Zada, are you trying to be sneaky quiet?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay. Roll stealth.
let's see.
I reapply
Ah.
resistance.
Perfect. I didn't roll a 1 this time for stealth, thankfully, but I rolled a 5, so that's a 12.
It's better.
Okay.
It's better.
Yeah, you creep up into the darkness. Did we decide you guys can't see through the darkness either, right?
Nope.
Cannot.
No.
Okay. Yeah, so you kind of are going in as straight a line as you can from where you were standing, trying to get to where you saw the door last.
Mhm.
And you pretty much like palm the pillar itself. Like you feel it almost like squishy underneath your paws.
Oh.
That's
Very
Gross.
fleshy.
Oh.
And you feel like imagine like covering your eye and then moving your eye around.
Oh,
Being able to feel like
no.
that all moving.
Oh,
You
I-
feel that. It's your hand.
Ugh.
Not
As
very good.
That's an experience.
go ahead and uh what is your AC?
I believe it's 17 now. Yes, 17.
Okay. It's just dark enough. You feel the whoosh of air, and you hear the clink, 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 clink of one of the chains comes down. And luckily, it's dark because it lands beside you instead of whacking you. You hear it hit the ground with a clink, 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 thud, and then you hear clink, 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 clink as it goes back up against the wall, and another one clink, 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 thud, clink, 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 back up against the wall. They both kind of like whoosh past you as you just kind of like dodge out of the way and pull your hands back, trying to take another hidden position in the dark. And then it goes quiet again. You all heard the clinks and the thuds. You did not hear Zada cry in pain, but you don't hear much of anything else.
I mean, we didn't hear the snake cry in pain either. It was pretty quick.
Yeah.
Really.
Try to open the door.
Okay, you kind of reach back behind the pillar to where you saw this large wheel mechanism. And you go and you turn it. And you only have to turn it essentially like 90 degrees to where they pop up out of their sockets, these two large poles. And you pull the door toward you, and the pillar kind of like swings with the door, moves out of your way as the door opens, and you find yourself face to face with two. How do I describe them?
Cute and
Almost-
cuddly.
Super not cute and cuddly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, very fleshy, like yellow,
Oh.
very wrinkly. Like it's almost like the texture. It reminds you of like brain matter, only like more yellow and rubbery. Lots of opened, pustulant wounds.
Mm-mm.
Just from like the little bit of like torchlight that's inside the vault, you can kind of see them silhouetted. So go ahead, Zada, and roll initiative for me.
Do we see the pillar, like, or
No,
anything move
you're
You
sideways?
see darkness.
You see darkness.
Yeah, the door didn't open wide enough for it to leave the darkness.
Just to be clear,
It's like,
sorry, just to be clear, the darkness is on the door, like attached to it.
Oh, it's cast on the door. Okay, yeah. So it would have swung kind of open. So, to where it swung open. Yeah, because you cast it like on the outside of the door. So when the door opened, the light from inside kind of bled out to where the darkness spell ends. So eventually you see Zada standing there as the pillar moves, the door moves. You see Zada standing face to face with. You guys aren't as close, so they don't look quite as horrific to you, but they look like large, bulbous, naked, bipedal creature things. As they both raise weapons.
27.
27?
I rolled
Okay.
a natural 20, so that
Okay,
is a 27 to my initiative.
Okay. And everybody else can go ahead and roll initiative if you're going to take action. As you see these two things just like let out these like guttural screams.
It's going to be a 19.
You want to switch, Marley? You want a 27?
You know how much I like going first.
It's a 12 for Eidos and a 4 for Seraphina.
Killian?
11 for Killian.
Bula?
12.
And Chiffon. Got a 6. I think she has the unlucky feet these days. Okay, yeah, Killian, you are standing in, like, just on the edge of the darkness. I'll go ahead and delete that darkness or remove it. Un momento, por favor. Okay.
I'm
Yep,
kind of
Zada
like,
is just standing on the edge of the darkness. What are you gonna do as you come face to face with these creatures? And they open their big ol' wide mouths.
Killian, do you mean me?
Zada. Yeah, it's Zada's turn.
Yeah, okay. I was like, yeah.
Okay. Sorry, did I say Killian? My bad.
I'll just be like, hello there. And, I guess I will spend a focus point to channel the elements again. So Zada will. We'll try this one. So it'll be a new one. So Zada's mane is going to turn into like leaves and flowers. His fur is going to be like grass. And he's going to and then like his tail turns into a black rose. And then he will channel poison. And can I get around them, or is it just like they're just blocking the way entirely?
They are fully blocking the door.
All right. I will go ahead and punch one in the face and see what happens.
Okay.
Punch now, ask questions later.
Exactly. 15 to hit.
Okay. That hits.
It's 8 points of poison damage. And I'm gonna make it do a strength saving throw to push it.
Your punch with the poison damage does not seem to do anything.
Gosh.
But you are welcome to try and push it.
Oh yeah. Well, strength saving throw.
Okay. That was a 16.
Alright, so that succeeds. I will bonus action punch again. This time back to the storm and thunder clouds. Thunder seemed to work last time. Let's try this again. So don't worry, it's just gonna be a loud boom, guys.
Super
So
stealthy.
20 no, that's 19 to hit.
Yep, that
And
hits.
that will be 6 points of thunder damage.
Alright. That feels a little bit more satisfying for you.
Alright.
Okay,
That'll
anything else for your
be-
turn?
Nope, that'll be Zada's turn.
Okay. Marway, you're up.
Oh, perfect. Well, I guess we're just going to move up. 5. And I really can't see anything because it's in darkness. So I guess as my action, I'm just gonna pull, I'm just gonna pull Eden out of the pocket dimension. Let me go over here. And that's gonna be it for me this turn.
Okie dokie. Alrighty, the one you did not punch in the face is gonna go. It just opens its large mouth. It has these very round teeth, very like circular semicircles of teeth, but all different sizes. And I always forget to tell you guys to do your saving throws. Zada, you started within a certain amount of feet, so go ahead and roll a wisdom saving throw that I should have had you do
Add a
during your turn.
D4 to it.
It's a natural one.
Yes.
Boy,
Is that your third
what
one
are
of the
you doing
session?
today?
Yeah.
Go
Yeah, it
get
is.
different
That's rough.
dice. These hate you.
No, they give me 20s too. It either does
This
really
is
high
what
or
Not
really
the time.
low.
assassination looks like, my friend.
It's either good or really bad. So I
Oh my
accept it.
goodness.
I accept it for what it is.
Okay,
Well,
you are frightened of these creatures.
Oh, good.
So while you are frightened in this way, you are restrained. At the end of your turns, you can repeat that saving throw.
Okay.
But it's gonna go ahead and take a bite at you. That was an 18 to hit.
Are they fighting in the darkness? Are they in the darkness right now?
They're like just on the edge of the darkness. I don't have like a semicircle tool, but the darkness you cast on like the outside of the door. So I don't think the darkness goes like past the door, really. Once the door opened, you could see them.
Oh.
I see, I see.
So you can't see the pillar, which is on the front side of the door, is where the darkness was cast.
So we can all
I
see.
see.
You can
Them?
kind of see Zada in those two, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we could, if you want, we could like draw.
Yeah, like actually draw. Good idea.
Yeah.
I'll delete what I drew.
Let me-
Nice. Yeah, that'll do.
Perfect.
Okay.
18 hits. I have
Much better.
17.
Okay. So that'll be 14 piercing damage on that bite.
Oh, is that it?
You should also do a Constitution save, please.
First, I will
If you
use
didn't-
my reaction to deflect blow.
Okay.
So that's a D10 plus 8. So that's 10 damage deflected. So I only take, you said 14, so 4 points, and then a Constitution saving throw.
Yep.
That will be a 11.
Not quite enough. You are now both frightened
But this-
and...
If you're doing a save, if you didn't use the D4 last time, use it now.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause it's of your
Yes,
choice.
you got that one on the last one,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely we'll do this one then. So that's 14.
That'll do. That saves you. Okay. At this point, you see the anchor that's on the west side of the building from where you're facing. All three chains go floomp, floomp, floomp toward you guys, toward Zada and Killian. But you're both just out of reach. Killian a little bit more so than Zada, but they land short as they clink, 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 clink back up onto the building. Bula, your turn.
Alright, so on the map right now, I don't have the tokens for the two yellow things.
That's weird. I have them.
Yeah, I don't know. So I don't actually know where they are. Can you ping
They're
them real quick?
Right in front of Zada.
They're directly in front of Zada, within the building, sort of.
Okay. So if I... Okay, I see them now.
Cool.
Got him. Got it. Now I know what I'm going after. All right. So we're gonna go. She can get to about here. All right. So first of all, she's gonna rage because these things are nasty.
Mm-hmm.
And as she does, she gets real angry, and just out of her pops these little lights all around her, and they're just kind of floating around her, and she's like, this again, what in the... She's kind of swatting at him a little bit. And turning on my range. All right. Oh, Awesome. Okay. Now, so she's kind of far away from it, so she's gonna take out her hand axe. And she's gonna throw it.
Okay.
Ooh, hot dog. 24 to hit.
That hits. Against the blue or the orange?
Which one is on this side that I'm on? The orange, because it's closest. Okay. So I also have Vex on my hand axe, so if I deal damage to it, I have advantage on my next attack roll, which I'm gonna do. Let me roll damage real quick. Ah, throwing things. 9 points of damage. Okay. I guess it doesn't really come back to me, does it?
Not unless it's a special one.
Right? Well, yeah. Right.
You're just stuck in it.
I'll retrieve it later. Like
Okay.
the pawn starts.
I will retrieve it later. In the meantime, she is going to then pull her little crossbow, which she's got just a little one.
Mhm.
Crossbow pistol.
Yeah.
So she'll pull that off of her other hip and shoot it. And she got advantage this time. Ooh, I don't need it, but I'm gonna take it. Ooh, okay. 21.
21 hits.
21 hits. 9 points of damage, because that seems to be the thing.
Consistency is the key.
Right? Alright, and that's everything.
Okay, beautiful. Ados, you're up.
Ados is going to cast, or just use innate sorcery as his bonus action, so he's a little stronger now. And then he's going to throw a little chromatic orb at second level let's go with yellow.
Just a little one. Just a
Just a
little
little
one.
one.
Just a
little-
baby one.
Little thunder guy.
Yeah,
Oh, Jesus. Alright, that's a natural 1.
Hey! Welcome
There's
to the
mine.
club!
sad day.
Oh, actually,
You go seeker spell?
yeah, I think that this is about the time to use that, right? Alright, I'm going to use Seeker Spell to make that not happen. For it sucks. Yes. I got a 2.
Perfect! You did
It's
exactly
better.
like I did.
It's
I rolled
not
a 1, and then I
One
rolled
and
a
a
2.
2.
Perfect!
slow and steady.
Eventually you'll get up there.
Cool. That was a lot of nothing, and I think nothing is what I get. That's it.
Yeah, you look around for a cheese cart.
Yeah. I avoid Seraphina's eyes in particular. I guess I'll move forward a little bit. Wait, no. They're magic chains. I'm gonna hide behind Merway. There we go. Now I'm done.
Very Ados. Killian, you're up.
Killian's going to inch forward a little bit. He will take out his whip, and he's going to whip it good against the one with an axe and an arrow bolt sticking out of it. So the orange one.
Yep.
So as I attack, I will use my channel divinity, and my whip gets all glowy and divine, and I will attack with it. So that's a 6 plus 9. 6 plus 9, 15. 15 hit.
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, so that's going to do. Since I'm already here, I'll just use a divine smite against it as well.
Yeah, just whatever. Just
since
throw it in
it's
there.
since I'm here,
Whatever.
might as well.
Why not?
Is this one a fiend? Possibly in hell? Maybe.
Maybe, possibly.
Maybe it's a fiend.
It's also
Monstrosity,
counts.
maybe?
Also counts if it's undead. It's,
You get the feeling I mean, it's a fiend, but you get the feeling it's not from the hells.
oh,
It's an abyssal
Interesting.
thing.
it's okay. He's still getting
It's a demon.
smacked with a bunch of stuff right now. So, doopy doopy doo. So that is 7, 11, 15, 20 radiant damage.
Wow!
You wanna do this? Holy
Oh.
crap!
Nice.
Popped it.
Is this
Like-
for 3 for 3 tonight?
It's
Yeah.
like
Mhm.
divine magic does stuff in the hell. It's amazing.
It's almost like the paladin is made for this exact situation.
Amazing.
Oh, weird.
Praise Oasis that we have him.
Praise Oasis indeed. So Killian's going to crack the whip, and just the trail of like sparking yellow magic just courses through, and with the end of the whip just smacks this thing's head, and I would like to imagine it just like blows up its head.
Just popped.
Sure. Yeah, we'll go with that.
And then I'm going to with my second attack. How close am I here? Yeah, I'm still within 10 feet, so I'm gonna attack the other dude. That is 22 to hit. So that's just going to be that's going to be 9 points of radiant damage. That's a max
Okay,
whip
good.
roll right there. And if he's moving anywhere, he's slowed, so he has reduced 10 feet of movement speed.
Okay, cool. For some reason, I can't mark the orange one as dead because it already has 0 HP on the map. Oh well. But the other one, I will mark. No, slowed. I'm trying to decide what to do. Sure. Okay. The one that is slowed is its turn. Pretty mad at you, but Zada's the one standing right near it. It's actually gonna rotate around Zada. Come for you, Killian. Oh, actually, it didn't have enough speed to get there. So never mind, it's gonna go for Zada. 15 to hit with a bite, Zada.
The slow worked.
The slow worked. It couldn't get to you.
It did something.
Alrighty. But both of you, sorry, I keep forgetting to do this. Killian and Bula, since you both started your turn within a certain amount of feet of them, go ahead and both of you right now roll wisdom saves, please.
11.
We'll remember this. 11, okay, passes.
17.
Passes. Okay. Now, those of you that can see past the door darkness, which are the people sort of still on the land bridge, you see the chains, and the rest of you hear the chains on the blue sort of anchor point chimney thing. All 3 chains attached to that one go smacking down toward you all, but are too far away to reach. And then you hear movement, though. Killian, Zada, Bula being close to the door, you can kind of hear some movement, some like distant grumbling and things coming from further in the vault. But it gets pretty dark in that first hallway, so you can't quite see what's down there. Chiffon's turn. Miss Foxglove.
Please use her correct name.
I'm so sorry. It is Kittenberry's turn. She really, really, really doesn't like the looks of those things, so she's gonna pull out her pistol again. And she's just gonna try and cap him. She rolled a 16 to hit, which is great. For a lovely 12 damage. Good for her, it's about damn time.
Good job. You did it.
It's all grown up.
All you need is the power of guns. Who needs magic?
Guns are magic.
American magic.
They have the power of freedom.
Okay, and she's just gonna kind of start creeping up a little bit closer. Okay. Seraphina's turn.
Seraphina's gonna just get a little closer to being on the fun. Stand next to her best friend, Eidos. And then she's
Aw.
gonna yeah, we're friends. And then she's gonna cast Firebolt directly at this dude's dome. Which I had no idea she had Firebolt. I thought it was just Eldritch Blast this whole time.
She diversified her portfolio.
Oh, is that recent? Okay.
Yeah,
She's gonna show me up. She got a 19.
That'll hit.
yeah, that does it.
Jeez.
Hell yeah.
No cheese for Seraphina today.
It's 2d10 now, too.
Do I only have one? I guess so. Oh, wait. Yeah, it's 2d10. And that's gonna be a 10.
Okay, what kind of damage? Fire damage, I guess.
Fire. Yeah.
I really want to play a Scribe Mage so bad, so you can just make a
Right?
Force Bolt. Oh, Force Bolt. So good.
How do you want to do it with Seraphina?
Oh.
Showing up
Lo-
Eidos.
Yeah, she winks at Eidos and then shoots this thing as the creature is opening its mouth. And I like to think that it goes in and it just eats it. And it's just, as it's smoking, it falls backwards.
Oh, gross. You would think that, burning guts and flesh would smell like barbecue to Bula, but even to Bula, this is very unappetizing.
This is not normal flesh.
That's bad meat.
Do you want me to cut you up some, Bula?
No. That's
good.
rancid.
It's disgusting.
Alrighty. Zada, top of the order.
Am I not afraid anymore since they're dead?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
They can't hurt you
Not
now.
that girl.
I'm
Can't
not
hurt me.
afraid
Yeah.
anymore.
I'm not afraid. Zada's like, I'm not afraid. No, good, excellent. And then I guess I'll just be like, all right, I guess we go in, and then you'll just charge inside.
Okay.
So 55. I will, as I'm running, cast Protection from Good and Evil on myself.
Good choice.
I switched my spells.
Got the
Okay, you run in, and this building has just like a really long interior hallway, at the end of which it appears to be like a sort of spiral staircase going down into
Start
the
going down.
Okay. You all see Zada disappear into the darkness.
as he does.
And we're gonna kind of
That'll be
pause.
like 120 feet.
Yeah, if I do Step of the Step of the Wind, I can do.
That was a joke.
I can go 110 feet. 110
Why
feet.
haven't I learned?
You're like, you should go to the Kraken. Yeah, you know what? I should.
Yeah, so you make it to these spiral stairs just as two more of these fleshy creatures. You can just barely see them as your cat eyes adjust to the darkness in here at the end of this hallway. And two of them are coming up the stairs toward you.
The same time.
Yeah.
The
I
same
know.
the same sort of things.
Oh, good. I'll just turn back. More delicious people.
I'm running back out.
No. I stay there. I just shot back.
Okay.
Ugh, let's go chop up some more rancid meat.
Mm-hmm. Alright, so let's get rid of frightened.
Oh well.
I'll use my action, my bonus action, and my movement, so I'll just sit there pretty.
Okay. Sitting looking pretty. Marway, you're up.
Oh, well, I guess it's time to get moving inward and out of these chains. So 30, 35. So I guess we're just going to make it right into the entrance. Is this like a two-person? Yeah, this is like two-person size. I'm not going to block the entrance if I stop right here, am I?
Correct. Yeah, it's 2-person size.
Okay, excellent.
Yep.
And then we'll have Eden go just slightly ahead of me, because she's got a little bit more movement speed than I do.
By the way, just so you know, Kara, protection from good and evil protects me from being frightened.
Good. Okay. Thank you.
You got that holy water on you, bro?
Yeah, I was like, Ere, I'm a little scared. And then she's like, no, don't worry, I got you, boo.
For my action, I would like to prepare resistance in the they were doing what damage were they doing? Biting. What was that? Was that slashing?
Pierce.
Piercing?
No.
Right.
Bludgeoning. They were rounded.
It was
piercing. Okay.
piercing still. Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna ready resistance piercing for when Killian runs by. We're just gonna tap him on the shoulder and give him that extra defense.
Okay. The door pillar is gonna decide to try and take a swing, even though it's gonna be rolling with disadvantage against the 3 of you that are within its range. So for Bula, that's only a 9 to hit.
Doesn't.
For Killian, that's a 13 to hit.
Nope.
And for Marway, that is a 15 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. So you take a whack with just one of the chains, because it used a chain on each of you. That's going to be 11 bludgeoning damage.
Howie.
Beautiful.
Ooh.
And you are grappled. It comes in
Oh
and
no!
wraps around you.
I'm so. I thought there was a whole ass door between us and the thing.
There is. It like reached over the door. They're coming from the pillar itself. So they reached around and whacked you. The door's not that big. The radius of, keep in mind, the radius of the circle, the darkness circle, is bigger than the door itself. The door is just this 2-person wide door. But it was taking a shot in the dark since it can't really see. But it can hear a lot going on over there. Okay, inside the building, one of the Redder can reach the top of the stairs next to Zata. And it's going to take the bite at you.
It has also from my spell is if it is considered a fiend. Wait, I won't read the.
Go ahead.
Until the spell ends, one willing creature that you touch, me. Creatures that are aberrations, celestial, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead. The protection grants several benefits. The creature of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. The target cannot be possessed or gain charmed or frightened conditions from them. If the target is already possessed or charmed, they get an advantage on their next saving throw.
Okay, so I'm you're not gonna need to roll that Constitution save.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just gonna go ahead and try and bite you anyway.
So
It was
it'll be
only a 6 to hit.
disadvantage. Yeah, it'll be disadvantage, and that doesn't hit.
It's not gonna. Okay. Let's sit in there. Again, the orange pillar rains down with all 3 of its chains, but they're too short to reach anybody. Bula, what are you gonna do?
All right, so I can either get to where Zata is or extend my rage.
Let me bonus action.
So
It's only a bonus action to extend range. You could still run an action and then dash if needed to with your action.
okay, so I don't have to dash as a bonus action. I just can.
You can as an action. Only rogues and monks can use a bonus action to get more movement.
No, I
Okay.
have. Yeah.
Oh, do barbarians have bonus action moving now?
Yes, it's called. It has a fun name too.
Well, being an orc.
It's called being an. Where'd it go? Hang on.
That's
Now I really
amazing.
want to tell you. It's like
I would like to know actually.
adrenaline rush is what it's called.
Oh.
I can
mean,
do it,
yeah.
and it gives me temporary hit points as well if I do it that
Oh.
way.
That's pretty neat.
But I can only do it 3 times
got it. That's good.
before a short or long rest. So, But that would be a bonus action. Extending my rage is also a bonus action, so I have to. So I'll just dash as an action, and then extend my rage as a bonus action. So, oh, but Marway's grappled right here.
He is grappled.
I don't like that. Never mind. So
Wait.
she's just gonna come up right here and swing her axe at the chain.
The chain itself?
I mean, that's what's
It's
holding
grappling
him,
him?
right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
She's gonna swing an axe. I don't know that it's gonna do anything at all, but she's pissed, and that's not good. Hang on, I gotta scroll back up. Okay. Where are you? 21 to hit.
That you do manage to hit the chain. Roll for damage.
Ooh. Oh, come on. 8 points of damage.
Okay. Yeah, your axe just like sparks off of it, but it doesn't look like you did any real damage. Even though you hit it spot on, like you should have been able to chop it right in half. Whatever the metal's made out of seems to be harder or as hard as your axe.
Keep moving. I'll be fine.
Hit it.
It hit you. You're like bleeding. What are you talking about? You'll be fine. It's like squeezing you like a python.
It's just like a little hug.
Little
Very-
shouldn't make your eyeballs pop out. Is there, like, can she pull on it in any way?
Just go. Just go. They need you inside.
Yeah, this turn not really. Unless you didn't use your dash, right? You have a bonus action?
Right. Well, and I have 2 attacks, which I don't know if that's considered an attack, because I only
You can,
attacked
like-
it once.
I'll let you like investigate it. Or you can like try and wrestle it, like grapple it. Like you could try and do like his strength save for him and try and pull him out of it.
Ooh, let's do that.
Yeah, I'll allow that.
Because I also have advantage on strength saves.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and
Well-
do a strength save then and see if you can
While
pull
I
him out.
rage. Okay. Ugh. The same thing twice. So that is gonna be a 16.
Yeah, you do manage to just brute force this thing from wrapping around him. You pull it off of him. And it
Just
clink,
go,
clink, clink, clink,
I'm
clink
gonna
to the
leave you grappled in a thing.
ground.
It's just a struggle snuggle. It's fine.
Alright, Eidos.
Okay, Eidos gonna say, "Damn it, Zada," and rush bravely forward. Damn, 20, 30. So brave, but so slow. He's at the bottom of the staircase, right? Or can we see
He's
inside?
at the top of he's at the top of the staircase. They were coming up the stairs as he approached. So he just kind of backed up so you can see him at the end of this hallway.
Can I see the enemy?
Yeah, you can see the one that reached the top of the stairs and attacked him already. Standing just past him.
Okay. Eidos is going to point at this thing and cast Mind Spike at 2nd level.
Okay.
And that's going to be a 16 Wisdom.
That'll do.
Right on.
I'm gonna kind of draw out this hallway so you kind of know the bounds.
Okay. About 18 points of psychic damage.
Okay. Very nice. It like lets
And-
out this like very guttural shriek of pain.
Nice. And I think... Yeah. I think that's what I got for this one.
Killian, what do you want to do?
Killian is going to so currently Bula broke Marway out of the restraint, right?
Yes.
Are they, I guess, blocking the door? I can squeeze by you, right? Probably.
Right. You 2 people can stand in the doorway, yeah, so you can walk past Marway.
All right. Yeah, Killian's going to start heading down. Can't get too far. But as he passes Marway, he's going to reach into his bag really quick and pull out something. He's and very in a quick kind of panicked almost sort of way. He's going to say, Marway, I meant to give this to you a little bit earlier, but Zada, and he'll hand you a small little charm. That when you grab it in your hand, it is a small chess piece that is carved out of pearl, and it is the bishop chess piece, and it's like a dangling from like a little small chain. It's not too big, and it is a complete like white pearl that's been carved into this. He's just gonna hand that off to you and say, "No, keep that close to you," and he's going to just kind of pat you on the shoulder and run down into the area. But as he passes you and taps you on the shoulder, he's going to cast a warding bond on you.
As you pass, you also get the reciprocative shoulder pat, and you're going to get the resistance.
High fives as we pass.
Magical high five.
That's the power of friendship.
And then Killing will probably only get to a little bit down the stairs here, just about there. And that'll be his turn.
What, you guys can't move 55 feet in one movement? Come on.
I get real tired.
Come on.
Okay. The other one comes up to the top of the stairs, face to face with Zada. Once again, it's not going to be able to try and frighten you, but it was only a 6 to hit with the bite, so it misses with its bite. Chiffon is not like super keen on going inside, so she's going to take a shot in the dark. She's gonna come around. She's very mad about what she just saw happen to Marway. She comes into where she can like see the pillar on the outside of the door that's swung open, and she's got her pistol out, so she's gonna reload it, and she's gonna take a shot at. She's gonna like try and like shoot off the base of the chain that's attached to the pillar, particularly the chain that had Marway. So let's see if she can hit. Nice. She had a 21 dirty to hit and does 6 damage. And she hits the very base of the chain, and the bullet, like you hear like the smush of flesh as opposed to the cling of bullet hitting metal. And the chains, you hear all the chains like really rattle. All 3 of the chains that are attached to that pillar all rattle at once. And that's it for her turn. Zada, you hear just a little bit more movement still coming from down the stairs. And it's Seraphina's turn.
Seraphina's going to move up as well. Stand behind Eidos. And... oh, there's 2 of them. On that yellow one, she will cast Firebolt.
Okay.
That is an 18.
That it?
Nice. And, which one were you? 12.
Okay, very cool.
And she is good, I believe.
Okay. Zada, you're up.
Okay, I'm gonna punch the one in front of me. The one that came up first, so I guess that was the orange one? It's the orange one first. Whichever. Just one of them. Yeah,
No, the blue one came up first. Sorry.
Okay, so the blue one, I will smack him. That's gonna be a 24 to hit.
Okay, yep.
This will be thunder damage. And this is going to be 7 points of thunder damage. I will bonus action hit again. Unarmed strike. It's natural 1, so that's not going to hit. 4 natural ones.
Again.
again. Alright, so...
So those dice need to go to jail.
Yeah,
Mhm.
they're done.
No, it's
Need
Susanna
to
dice.
find the
I
next
like
full
it.
moon so you can let them bathe, because they dirty.
They're fine. They're perfectly fine. And, yeah, Zana will just stay there.
All right. Marway.
For just half a second, Maraway sits there holding this chess piece gem in his hand. And his face, I would say for like Bula and Eidos and Serafina, they could probably see he's confused by the gesture, almost as if you gave someone a cultural present without understanding the culture behind the present. But kind of tucks it in really quickly, and then he's gonna be on the move. And I am determined to do damage for the first time, let me tell you.
Whoa.
I have never done damage, and I've been trying to get these intelligence saving throws for like 5 rounds now. So we're gonna have the orange one with the green circle around it make an intelligence saving throw, please.
Okay.
If he passes, we know he watches the podcast and his intelligence saves were on point.
Something tells me he doesn't tune in.
He might. Everyone else apparently has.
Oh, he rolled a 2.
No, he didn't.
Excellent!
Not smart.
So well, no, actually, this isn't Maraway's first point of damage because I staff smacked a demon too.
You
You
did.
did. You booped.
It did.
You poop for 1 damage.
Alright, so let's see, we're gonna do damage. That's going to be 6 psychic damage.
Okay.
And he's also going to have a -1d4 to his next saving throw that he takes.
Okay.
Fine sliver.
Yeah. And then we're going to have Eden fly in. Where are we getting? Not all the way still. And that's gonna be it. We did something.
You did something. Okay. The blue one is gonna go again. It's gonna do what it does best and try and bite you. 16 hits, Zada.
17 is my AC.
Ooh, okay. Safety.
No.
Ere has my back.
Yeah, that's it. The doorway outside is going to take another round of swipes at the people nearby, so I think that's just Eidos and Serafina now. Let me measure and
Cool,
see if
still
I
there.
put Chiffon close enough. And Chiffon is close enough too, so it's going to take 1 swing at each of you.
Fuck yeah.
Let's go.
And it's still rolling with disadvantage since it cannot see.
Alright, Eidos. Don't get hit.
Alright, I'm gonna not get hit this time.
Good. Good job.
Yes.
It was a 10 against Chiffon, so she's good. A 13 against Serafina.
That hits.
Okay. And then only a 9 against Eidos.
That does not.
So Serafina's damage,
Is this like Seraphina's like first points of damage?
like ever.
I think so.
It might be. Yeah.
It might be the first time she's ever taken damage.
Are we
She
gonna
takes
go
11
back on
points
her
of
first?
bludgeoning damage.
11?
And she is restrained. Yeah, 11.
Ouch. Alright.
She is restrained by the chain.
He's the one who's restrained this time.
How does it
And she
feel?
likes it.
Oh, I've never been on this side.
That's a lie.
No, I'm pretty sure she stated that she always does the tying up.
Yeah.
Serafina is a top.
She's a dom.
She's a dom. She's a dommy mommy.
Okay. Booba, your turn.
All right. So she's gonna go forward, and she can make it to just in front of Marway, which is, I believe that should put her in range. Oh yeah. Yeah. Puts her in range to be able to pull out her crossbow and shoot it. As she ran past where the other squishy things died, she grabbed that hand axe as she went.
Cool.
Shoved it back in her on one side. So we're gonna shoot with a crossbow.
You going for orange or blue?
Ouch. Orange, I guess.
Okay.
So I don't shoot Zelda in the back.
Okay.
I feel like that's and I'm gonna go on ahead and use a lucky feat to re-roll that.
Oh, go ahead.
I don't think I can for attacks, actually. Because this is not considered a test, is it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Anything rolling a d20 is under the new d20 test umbrella.
Never mind. I'm doing it again. Oh, so much better. Okay. Worth it. So that is going to be... That's going to be a 22 to hit.
Yeah. Yep. That hits.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Six points of damage. And then she'll stick that back on one side and pull out that hand axe, and she's going to throw that for her second attack. Ooh, nice. That's going to be a 26 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
10 points of damage.
Lovely.
And it sticks in and, like, gets wedged in one of the open wounds, and just, like, a little eruption of festery pus.
Yeah. That's exactly what happens. I'm glad you understand. You really get the essence of these creatures. Gross. Okay, Eidos. Is that it?
Yes. Yeah, that's
Okay.
it.
All right, Eidos.
Eidos locks eyes with Seraphina, and so deep is their bond that what she's going to do is instantly communicated. So he turns back around and runs forward without her. 10, 20, away from the chains. And he is gonna point at that same homie, the orange guy, and at second level cast Mind Spike, but he's gonna do it quickened. So that's a Wisdom 16.
Okay. $21.
Oh,
That's much higher than 16.
It really is.
Yeah, I don't like
My
that.
d4 is not going to help you with that either.
Yeah. Okay, but he's did it quickened, so he's going to cast a cantrip. And it's going to be Lightning Blast.
Does Mind Spike still not do damage?
Oh, I'm an
Does it do
idiot.
Should do
I
half.
think it does have, yeah. I wasn't thinking. Thank you.
Ain't no cantrip.
Ain't no cantrip.
Ain't no cantrip over here.
That ain't no mind sliver.
That's a spike.
So 12 down to 6.
That'll do.
Enough.
Nice.
It's dead.
Is dead? Alright,
It's
cool.
dead.
I like to think that, yeah, I'm just so mean to it that it kind of just crumples into itself. Kind of deflates. Maybe a nice
You
fart
send
sound.
so much angst at it. It just
You-
crumbles.
You get the feeling you are somehow the first person who has ever told it it's ugly.
And it just couldn't handle it. I had no concept of image, self-image. Now I feel shame. Alright, so now at the other one, he's going to cast Lightning Blast.
Okay.
That's a dirty, filthy 20.
Oh.
Hmm.
Oh,
That'll be
Mm-mm.
you nasty, nasty
So
toy.
dirty.
And then 14 points of lightning damage.
Ooh, that's not bad at all.
damn.
Killian is taking your thunder.
How you want to do it?
Ooh,
Oh,
Literally.
dang.
twofer.
A twofer.
Killing spree. Yeah, the lightning blast just goes straight into its eyes and kind of just like you can see it traveling through the open pustules and its mouth and until it just kind of fries itself from the inside.
Yeah, you are frying guys from the inside, left and right today. All right.
Oh yeah.
That's gross. Anything else, Matos?
Is there anything left to do? No, I think that's all I have.
You just want to finish the whole campaign right now?
Stand aside.
Between you and Killian, just no matter what I throw you, you're gonna kill it.
It's the
One more
first time
level.
for everything for me.
One more level. I will get to attack.
Okay, Killian, your turn. You at this point can also hear movement coming from the bottom of the stairs, sort of,
All right.
in the distance down below.
Yeah, so how far in front of Zada is the I guess continuing staircase going down? Is it just going down
So
continually?
this hallway's flat, and
Oh,
at
it's
the
a
end of
hallway.
the hallway, down past Zada, there's a hole in the floor with a spiral staircase going down. You can't quite see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. This Killian's not as fast as Zada. He will kind of get to about here. Yeah, that's where I'll go, and I'll ready. Let's just say I'll ready an action to Sacred Flame anything that comes out, and that's my turn.
Alrighty. Outside, Seraphina's gonna suffer a bit.
Is it really suffering for her though?
It's
Like,
a
you
new
think
experience.
It's a bit torn.
That
Oh,
fine
by light,
balance
we're not
of-
background. We're not background there yet.
I was gonna say a little bit of
Monster.
pain and pleasure.
Chiffon, once again, having a good feeling about that shot she took. She's gonna aim for one of the eyeballs with her pistol. Try one more time. But that was a nasty little one. Her gun,
Look at all these ones today.
Oh,
Her
so
pistol.
bad.
Misfires, jams, and she has to wrestle with it, trying to get it back in working order. And you hear coming up the stairs yet another one of these, fleshy, nasty monsters. You see it pop up. Killing, you've got your fireball readied, so you can go ahead and
What? Yeah, it's
blast that off.
Sacred Flame, so it's got to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, how fast can a pustule person move? Let's find out.
A pustule person. That is so what they're called now.
Chill person.
That was a dirty 20.
Oh,
He's pretty
they can
nimble.
move. They can move.
Yeah.
They can
It
move.
slips on its own ooze
I
and
was just
accidentally
gonna
falls
say.
out of the way.
Yeah.
It's like Iceman, but with his pus.
Ew.
Oh,
Just slides
God.
with-
Nothing
comes up
happens.
and just dives off to the side in a snail trail of pus.
There you go.
Hmm.
And it's gonna come up in front of Zada and gonna go ahead and try and get you with a bite, because that's what it likes to do.
Bitey
But that was
boy.
only a 6.
See, Aerie protects me now. I'm good.
All right, Seraphina's turn.
Seraphina casts Misty Step and just leaves that whole situation to me.
As she
Fine.
is able to do.
And yeah, she is going to point her wand at the new guy and welcome him with a firebolt.
Sure, why not?
12.
That hits.
D10. 8.
Very nice. Okay. Anything
And
else?
no, that's it.
Okay, cool. Back to the top. Zada, you're immune, so you don't have to roll a saving throw. But go ahead and take your turn.
I'm gonna punch it. That's gonna be a 14.
Yep.
The 6. So that's 10 points of thunder damage.
Okay.
Bonus action, hit again. So that'll be a 15.
Yep.
That'll hit. That'll be 7 points of thunder damage. And, yep, he's done.
Okay.
Not gonna burn my focus points today. I'm just tanking.
All right, Marway. Oh yeah.
Listen, I see something happening here, and I don't like it.
Yeah, you do. It's great. It's wonderful.
No, because I see all of us inside, and Kittenberry outside, and she still has a triple chain gauntlet to get through if she's going to make her way inside. Okay, so I am going to move back. And let's see, can I see her from here? Oh, up there. Stop moving. I want ruler.
Yeah, you can definitely see past the open door. Well, no, you can't see through the darkness. You can't see through the darkness, really. So no, you can't see past the darkness to her.
Oh, this woman. I can't help her right now. So we're just gonna move Eden up. Sorry, Killian, but you're kind of staying back a little bit with your whips. And we're gonna transfer that piercing resistance to Zada.
So many buffs.
Through Eden. So many buffs. And then we're gonna scooch on back. Because we're a hit and run tactic kind of person right now. I guess that's it.
Okay. Okay, it's gonna, the chains at the door are gonna try and, it can not see her, but it's gonna blindly try and hit her again, but it's gonna go for her with all three, since it's the only one nearby.
Probably be fine.
First one misses. Second one misses with an @1. Third one misses.
Nice.
Manages to dodge all three. They're very cat-like reflexes, but no one's out there to see it, so she does not feel as cool as she looks. Bula, your turn.
All right. So she's gonna go ahead and come up here next to Zada, so she can get in this thing's face. Right. We're gonna hit it with the great axe, and not with that roll. We're not. Just kidding. That's okay, because she feels real lucky.
So lucky.
Oh shoot, wrong one. Go away. There you are. Real lucky. Yikes. Maybe not.
She doesn't feel that lucky.
She felt 2 extra points lucky and went from a 2 to a 4. So 12 to hit.
It hits.
Hex yeah. Okay. So. Oh, much better, much better. Okay, that's gonna be 17 points of damage.
Okay.
And then.
How do you want to do it?
So she's gonna take the axe, and they're kind of like it's in a narrowed place, right? There's not a ton of room. Plus Zada's all up in her.
Foot wide hall,
wingspan.
but yeah, you're close. You're close. You're all in tight quarters.
Okay. She's gonna come straight up then and straight down and just watch it like go through and the ooziness just like envelop the entire head of this double-sided great axe.
Nice.
And just slice it like butter.
Yep. You sure do that. Nicely done. And yeah, so the only thing still in our combat encounter here that we have is Chiffon is outside the door with the chains lashing out at her. So unless anybody has anything they want to do, she has an idea to get inside.
I'm running.
Yeah, well,
Her
Killian
turn
will...
will be before mine, so...
Yeah, it just depends on what the turn order is here.
Yeah, you guys still have turns before she comes back around. She just went, so...
I'm just gonna run downstairs. I'm
Right.
assuming everybody's in here now.
Yeah, Killian will kind of double back to make sure everyone gets inside. So he'll be kind of like standing at near the front waiting. Head counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's whatever she calls herself now? Kittenberry.
She says, I'll be right in, I'm working on it actually. And she, you see her kind of creeping around, you see her creep out past the edge of the darkness and kind of like planning her move as the chains are like just kind of clinking back and forth, waiting for something to get close enough. And she is going to use her action to dash, and she's going to use her bonus action to disengage to get past them. And so she's going to take off running, and she's down on all fours running for the first time you've ever seen, like a very real cat. And she dashes in past all 3 chains that floop, 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 drop to the ground just like behind her tail as she runs past. And she comes sliding in the door into the hallway. Very cool. Pistol in its holster. And she stands up, and that, with Zada running down the stairs and the rest of you finally in the hallway of the Obsidian Vault, she slams the door behind her as she slides into home base, and that's where we're gonna call it tonight as the hallway goes dark and you hear Zada's paw steps retreating down the spiral stairs.
Oh, dang.
Oh,
We missed
dang.
these dudes up.